the Shatter Me quote. Oh my god! The sprayed edges look good. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. I am just finishing getting ready because we are going to do an ultimate book video fall into winter edition. I still have my fall decorations up. I have not yet started decorating for Christmas. It is one of those beautiful fall days where it's like sunny but it's crisp and cold and there are leaves on the ground, so it's beautiful outside and I just feel like getting cozy and just making a whole day out of it. I did one other of these videos, I think in summertime. I've seen them going around. I think like Haley Pham is the one who started it. Basically what I want to do today is I want to show you some really exciting books that I got, do a little mini book haul, and also I just got Iron Flame in the mail, which if you know, Fourth Wing was like my favorite book that I read this entire year. Pretty much. I just got Iron Flame in the mail just because I've been hearing that there's been a lot of mistakes, I guess, around like the Iron Flame release. I wanted to make sure that my release was in okay condition, so I will insert that clip of me unboxing it. I also got a few other little books recently in the mail that I want to show you. We're gonna go book shopping to get more books because why not? I also want to update my book journal because it's been a while since I've actually updated that book journal, and I am doing it very leisurely because I read a lot of books and I just sometimes can't go through and write down all of my favorite quotes and my summaries right away, so I am just doing it leisurely. So we're gonna update that a little bit and then we are going to do some reading, of course. That is our plan for today for the ultimate book video, the ultimate book day. So we're gonna start by getting coffee and I'll do some updates to my reading journal and take you along how that looks. So this is my reading journal. I have some cute little bookish stickers on it, and I'm also very close to running out of space. Like if you can see, like the little thread is right there. I do not have that much more to go. I did buy a new one, so we're gonna maybe even go into that new one. I'm hoping that I can fit all of my 2023 reads in this, although I don't think I'm going to, and then start 2024 in that new book journal. So I have just this pretty picture and this quote that I love, and then I have my to be read, which I have not been keeping up with if we're being completely honest, but it was a good effort, and then to be read continued, another quote that I like, and then books I read, title, author, and rating. Again, I have not been keeping up with that, so I probably need to update this as well. And then move into the summaries of the books. So basically for each book, I think I did this one in my last book video. This is the Daisy Jones and the Six one. Don't look at this if you haven't read Daisy Jones and the Six because this is my summary that has spoilers. But basically I have all of my quotes, the dates it took me to read it, my rating, the author, and then all of my favorite quotes. And then I have my summary on the next page, and that's how I do my reading journal. As you can see, it does take a lot of time. I am a little bit artsy with it, where I like purposely use my different colored markers and everything like that. So, you know, it takes some time. Oh, and also, I don't know if I ever showed this, but Magnolia Parks, if you know, you know. There were so many good quotes that I did not want to leave any out, so I actually typed up all of my favorite quotes, and I had to use like 9 pages to fit them all into this reading journal because there were just so many good ones that I did not want to leave out. And then there's my summary. So yeah, we're gonna do some little reading journal updating, and then we're gonna do some reading, and then we're gonna go out and go to the bookstore. So we are going to do some updating of the book journal, and then I have my pens here, or my markers here, and I have my favorite type of pen, and I have like just fully Whoops. These are all of the Crayola Super Tips. Those are the ones that I use. I have a huge bag full of them. I know for a fact that there are books that I finished that I have not even put as like a title page yet. So we're gonna go through my Goodreads. I've read Fracture Me, Ignite Me, Kingdom of the Curse, Kingdom of the Feared, and The Naturals. So we're gonna add those into this book here. And what I like to do is use colors of the book to make my titles and everything like that. Fracture Me was just a little novella, and for like little novellas and books that I give like 3 stars, I only do 1 page for, because I don't really have a bunch of quotes that I like, so I don't really need to fill up a whole page with quotes. I'm actually probably just gonna add it into the other novella that I read, Destroy Me. I'm just gonna do the same page for Fracture Me. Purple and blue. These are the colors I'm gonna use for Fracture Me. I just added it to the same Destroy Me page, and I added Fracture Me with my 2.5 rating, the dates that I read it, and that it was by the author. And I'm just gonna do that for the rest of the book. So I'm gonna bring you closer and you can see which books I'm gonna write in next. All our titles done, we are finally gonna get to filling in some of these entries. But what I do is I do kind of skip along. Like, I did the quotes for this one but not the summary, and then for the 7 husbands I did the quotes and not the summary, and then for some I did the summary and not the quotes. So I just sort of look to see what I need to fill in and see what I feel like doing. I kind of want to finish my summary for the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and then I'm going to do some quotes for Shatter Me, because I did the summary and not the quotes. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. It's not even just a summary, but it's also like my review of it. Honestly, I haven't thought about this in a while, but that was such an amazing book with an amazing, I guess, lesson at the end, and it was heartbreaking, but I really loved that book. I think it's in my 24-hour reading vlog. Alright, so because I do tab all my books with all of my favorite quotes, it is very easy, this part. So basically, I just go through my book with all my quotes and all my little tabs, and I decide which one I want to highlight in the middle and which one I want to just write on the outside, and I just go along like that. So I'm going to bring you closer, and we're going to do that together. Okay, but honestly, seeing all these Adam quotes after reading the rest of Up Until Ignite Me, I'm like, ew. So we have finished the Shatter Me quotes, and we also finished my summary for Evelyn Hugo. I am going to just take a break. I feel like that was pretty good. We did a couple more, and now I really want to go book shopping. But first, I'm gonna show you my Iron Flame copy. We're gonna open this. I am so scared of what it's gonna look like. It's beautiful! Oh my god! The sprayed edges look good. The dust jacket looks good, and it looks so good. I love this book so much. I don't have an upside down map. Let's see. Our embossing looks okay. My map isn't upside down, so that's a good thing. I want to like flip through to see if like pages were skipped and all that stuff, but I don't want any spoilers. Oh my god, it's over 600 pages. A quick flip through, just looking at the page numbers. It looks okay. And I mean, I'll see it more when I read it, but let's look at the back. I have no upside down map in the back. Okay, guys, I think my Iron Flame book is like good. And you know, I'll have to like see as far as like the pages. Oh my god, that's fine crack. If there's like misprints or whatever on the pages, like as I read it, and I'll like take note, but we got it! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Gonna go put it right next to Fourth Wing. Thanks for unboxing with me. From the store. So I didn't get as much, I guess, like book shopping vlog type footage as I usually do, because I met this girl there at the Target I was at, and she was just so sweet, and like we were talking about books for a long time, and I didn't want to just like whip out a camera. But I did get a book. I got Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I have been hearing so much about this book. Her Love Theoretically is on my TBR for this month, so I'm definitely going to get to that, and I'm excited to read about this as well. I think this one only just came out like a few weeks ago, but it's a young adult novel. It's a young adult romance, and it's like rivals to lovers, and it's just, it looked really cute. The cover looked adorable as well. So that is the book that we got at Target. And now I want to show you a couple other books that I have gotten recently from Amazon that I haven't shown on this channel yet that I'm really excited about. You saw me get Iron Flame. I'm so excited to read this. Also, I saw one at Target with like these sprayed edges, so like if you're still looking for one, I think Target still has them. They're not like out of stock yet. The second book I got is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This is the hardcover version. It just came out with the hardcover version, I think the same day Iron Flame did. And this is another book that I've just been dying to read, because everyone talks about Powerless as like an amazing enemies to lovers romance fantasy, and like they're like, if you loved Fourth Wing, then you're gonna be obsessed with Powerless. And it's actually a pretty chunky book, but I think it's the start of a series. I have just heard so much about this. The way that Fourth Wing made me feel, I wanted that again. So we got Powerless, and I cannot wait to read this soon. And then the last little books that I've gotten recently is actually this set. So I got the box set of Shadow and Bone. This is the first trilogy, and then comes the Six of Crows duology. And I hear so much about the Six of Crows duology, but it's in the same world as this one, and my boyfriend actually started watching this series on Netflix. I wanted to watch it with him, but I wanted to read the books first so I didn't get any spoilers. So we got this little box set. It is a fantasy, and I'm pretty sure it's a young adult fantasy trilogy as well. I don't know too much about it. I did watch the first episode of the one on Netflix, and it's basically about this girl. She has these powers that everyone wants. So she's kind of being hunted because she's like the sun summoner. There's a little romance in there. And the first episode was really good. So I really wanted to get into these books. That's my like little mini book haul, and this is just becoming such a lovely bookish day. I hope you're having fun. I am. But we're gonna end it with reading some from my current read, which is Divine Rivals. I took the dust jacket off. It's right here, because whenever I read like hardcover books that have a dust jacket, I always take it off because it just gets in the way. And this printing on the hardcover is so beautiful anyway. It's like a typewriter, and it says Dear Iris. But yes, this is Divine Rivals. I am really liking it so far. I haven't gotten that far all the way through. I'm only on chapter 6, which is like 50 pages in. I'm really liking it so far. We just got to the point where Iris realized that all the letters that she has been sending hasn't been to her brother as she thought they were. She doesn't know who they're sending to, but we know they've been actually sending to her rival at the newspaper, Roman. We got a little bit of a Roman POV as well, and that was fun. It's more like realistic fantasy, where there are these gods that are fighting a war far off, but we haven't really been on like the front lines or whatever of that yet. And there's this like little magic that happens, like why they're sending letters back and forth through the wardrobe, and there are like magic ley lines that houses are built on, just like little magical elements like that. But it's not like ACOTAR where it's like fae and everything like that. Like they're still real people and gods. I really like it, and I've heard so much about it, and I cannot wait to get more into it. Hello friends. It is much later now. I actually haven't been reading so much of Divine Rivals, but I just started Flawless. I am extremely late to the bandwagon on this one, and I feel like it's weird that I'm reading it during like the fall winter months because it was such like a summer romance series, but I'm really liking it. I got up to page 42, the same page pretty much that I am on for Divine Rivals. I always like reading 2 books at once, like at least, because I feel like if I'm not in the mood to read 1 book, but I'm still in the mood to read, I want to be able to still read, but I don't want to force myself to read a book if I'm not in the mood to read. So I'm pretty much always have like more than 1 book on the go, and I'm sure that you know by now what Flawless is about, but it's essentially a country, small town enemies to lovers romance. That is the trope. It's part of the Chestnut Spring series, which I have all the rest of the books, so I'm really happy that I actually like them. I have the special edition covers of all the books. Basically, it's the story of Summer and Rhett, and Rhett is like one of the most famous, world famous bull riders, and then Summer is the daughter of his manager or something, like someone who like does like damage control. Rhett has recently been like spiraling out of control. Summer was instructed by her dad to basically babysit Rhett. So she just got to their family farm. Rhett, of course, is like the youngest, so he's the wild child. So yeah, we've only just started it, but I think I'm really gonna like it. I'm gonna read some more of it. So we got Flawless, Divine Rivals, and I'm even like kind of reading Hunting Adeline. But that one, I've only really got like 1 chapter and I haven't really picked it up yet. Let's read a little bit more of Flawless.